Hello everybody, we are back once again. I am Lucasgvariety, and I'm here with my friends as we're playing TMNT Series 46, our darker take on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 1946's Detroit, Michigan. Hit squad, secret ops team of World War II and some other stuff, fighting outworld entities, mutants, aliens, all kinds of stuff. Now back at home in humble Detroit, getting in a mix with the Foot Clan. So, I'm back. We're back. How are you guys tonight?
I'm here.
Loving life.
Good.
Survived work.
I love how jovial everybody is every time I ask that question. I just should stop asking it. Anyway, we're back. Love you guys. Today is December the 3rd, 2019. This is issue number 4, tentatively titled Teamwork Makes the Dream Work. And Raphael will be giving us our monologue in just a moment. But first, the scene, this is a comic book if we think about it, and as Adam does, or as Raphael inner monologues this next part, basically what the comic book panels will be looking, what we'll see as his words are over top, right, is like Splinter standing there, and you got him at a distance, and then you see like Leonardo and Michelangelo and Donatello kind of all talking over each other about everything that's happened. And Raphael kind of coolly sitting back and off to the side, away from everybody,
Smoking a cigarette.
And like we see up close of Leo like saying something, and then it's a little bit closer on Splinter, and then we see Donatello saying something, and it's even closer on Splinter's face, and then Michelangelo's just like making all kinds of crazy gestures, and it comes back to Splinter like it's his eyes, and then his eye like just crooks, and his nose twitches, you know. And let's see. That look is to tell us that Splinter is semi-displeased. So I think we'll let Adam do his, let Adam do his monologue now, and then I'll go off that. Sorry, Raphael.
All right. Well, last time out, we got our shells kicked. We got ambushed by a pig and a hippo. At least, and we lost a key scientist who has God knows what weapons wandering around the streets. None of us were too happy about it. Probably the most disappointing part was letting Splinter down. We've gotten too soft. A year off our regular work really did a number on us. We've had a couple weeks of more brutal training, and hopefully that'll help, but I feel like we got a lot more training sessions ahead in the future.
Thank you. Well done,
in the
Raphael.
near future.
It plays in. So, to back up a little bit, after the talking is done, Splinter's like, so, after you stopped a van hijacking, we sent you to find the source, WRT Labs. Because if the Foot failed taking the prototype being sent to the government, they were going to go for the target next. Casey dropped you in to WRT Labs, where you apprehended one, what was it, Stockman? And coming across a man rat, not a rat man like me, there's a small, maybe chuckle there. He goes, you did well, my sons, getting through without bloodshed. But at the rendezvous with Casey, it seems as though there was a failure. Something happened to Stockman. Something changed him, something did something. The part seems to be unclear. As it kind of was. He's not laughing, I am.
I'm not laughing, you're laughing.
No, you are. Oh, my goodness. He's like, I see that your year of inactivity has left you soft and weak. And a little thicker than before. And his stick pokes Michelangelo right around the belt area. He's like, these last couple weeks of training have not been enough. I'm going to initiate a month protocol. Get ready for boot camp. We're going to start with 7 23-hour days of training. There can be a reaction here at this point, maybe. And if not,
I ain't back talking, are you?
I'm not talking.
Yeah, that's perfect. I guess that actually makes more sense.
Donatello does look at him funny at first, like he's like,
Leo completely accepts it. Splinter is right. We should be training more.
It's me laughing, not Splinter. So Splinter nods a curt nod. And he's like, you had a small victory. And we've learned some enemies of our past. Ones I have yet to inform you of, I know. Have come back to haunt us in our own very city. I will give you more information later, as it develops. But we must begin training. So yeah, he goes on to say, like, it was a small victory, but Michelangelo was hurt. You do not work as a team. You need to train and recondition yourself. So, hype, begin. Something like that. And now, there's a montage, a cool montage, where people can kind of go, I was thinking, like, you can do what you want, but just, I'm going to come back to you guys a couple times, like over the next, there's like a month training session he puts you through. So it's hard. It's boot camp, right? Again, in a way. But I would let someone share. I'm going to do an individual scene with everybody. Splinter's going to see everybody. But if one or two people would like to start with, like, this is what I'm doing, and maybe and let us know kind of what your turtle's up to as far as their improvement, what they think they need to improve. Oh, you're muted, Dan.
I remuted myself as soon as I unmuted.
Not the first guy.
Donnie is going to be doing, finishing the turtle bot, but at the same, every time he's at his workbench, he's got a treadmill there now, so he's just literally trying to get back in shape the hard way and stay busy. So it looks silly, but he's trying when he's not getting thrown around the training room.
That is beautiful. Multitasker extraordinaire. Is he actually like working on parts while he's walking on a treadmill?
Running. Yes.
Oh. He's working on stuff while he's running on the treadmill. Okay. All right.
Treadmill's probably like powering something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I
It's like
assume.
the drill or whatever he's using at the time. It's like multi-attachments.
That's actually pretty good. Yep. Okay. All right.
I would like to go next.
Sure.
So I didn't ask Raph this before, but Mikey's gonna walk up to Raph and be like, bro, I forgot how to fight people. I'm gonna need some help.
Raph goes, lesson 1, and he just punches him in the stomach.
I think you're muted or very low.
No sissies in this dojo.
Oh, I can't hear her.
I can't hear you. Nothing.
Nope. He got the wind knocked right out of him by Raphael. Simple Pinecone, welcome to the chat room. Thank you for joining us today. And any other viewers that are there. Soundwavesghost, HMO 5 Entertainment, and LadyRedMoon, who are actually, I think, all 3 of my 4 players. But hey, I still welcome you all, as well as Simple Pinecone. Thank you for joining tonight. Yes, they're saying, your mic. Anyway.
I'll take Leo next.
Sure.
So Leo, of course, throws himself into the usual, 16 hours of practice he's been doing, and then he secludes himself in the remote regions of the sewer, where he practices balancing on smaller and smaller rocks while juggling his sabers, and then focusing a lot, like spending lots of hours in quiet meditation, becoming one with the flow of the sewer.
Okay, perfect. Not only are you sore like normal, you're probably excruciatingly sore during this time, Leonardo, I would feel.
Yeah. I'm focusing on balance.
Mm-hmm.
Strength isn't enough right now. I need a little bit more to get through.
This still works other muscles, doesn't it? and excuse me, naturally is time consuming. I think, and this is if you're okay with it. Excuse me, by the way. I think at some point, maybe it's at night when the others are sleeping. You're maybe in the kitchen area, and you're getting a glass of water so you can open that little bottle that you have there, and take a couple of those little white things inside. Right. I think if you're okay with that, like this is one of the times that you've, just like what you did, but not chewing it. But I feel, and this is like I said, if it's okay, like it's one of those shots where it's a profile of Leonardo, and
let me talk this through. I think I know where you're going. Okay. So Leo finishes grappling with his brothers after on day like 15 or 16, and he says he's going off to meditate for the evening, and you see him walking down one of the isolated tunnels to his private sanctuary. Walks back. And as he gets around that corner where his brothers can't see him and where Splinter doesn't follow, he lets his swords hang to his side, and he walks with just the slightest shuffle, just the slightest bit of a limp. And as he approaches his sanctuary, he settles himself down onto the stones he's been stacking, and he closes his eyes to meditate. And then you see kind of a side shot of him in profile where his hands are rested in his lap, and you see him sneak one hand into a pocket and pull out a small bottle of ibuprofen, and he looks at him in his hand, shakes two out, checks, and pops him in.
All right.
More like that?
Yes, this is where I wanted to have Splinter interject. Like, still in a profile, or back to a profile. This time, if we see your profile in the background there, like we see two black eyes in the shadow.
Right.
Just beyond, because it is your sanctuary of sorts, right?
Not that I have any privacy from Splinter.
Sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But your prescience picks up after a moment, right? So you realize he's there.
Just before I take the pills, I've got them in my palm. I'm about to toss them down.
Okay.
I know he's there, but I know he knows, and I know he knows what's in my hand. And I acknowledge my deficit, my weakness, by taking them anyways, kind of in defiance of his presence.
Okay.
We're all getting old, Splinter.
Totally blown out of the water what I was going to start saying, but okay.
All right.
No, that's no way. It's my job here. Okay, all right. He's like, he goes, yes.
Year 23 of ruining your plots.
No. My son, we grow older every day. And one day I will not be here, for I am older than you. And in that day, when the four of you are left, will your brothers look to you as they used to? Or will they not, as they do now? He goes, and he puts his arm, caringly on your arm. He's like, you take these if you need, but hiding your pain is not the answer. In hiding your pain, you hide yourself. If you are willing to share this weakness with your brothers, you will grow strong. If you are willing to be humiliated, you will be exalted. Respect cannot be taken. It must be earned. And by showing your vulnerability, you may just earn a bit of that respect back. I only come to make a suggestion. You've always known the decision to make, and that's why they look to you. But in the coming days, I may not be here, and they're going to need someone to look to again.
I don't think Leo's going to have a response to this. Not a verbal one. Because he acknowledges Splinter is his master, and he understands what's going on. But Leo does have a Leo has made up his mind about how he's going to approach this. We can get to that whenever you want.
Oh, that's fine. I wanted to do this one little montage, a Splinter of each of you. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
that.
Perfect.
But yeah, whenever you want to interject something, especially if it's a flaw in your character or whatever, I mean, do it. You know.
No. This will be fun. Once we get done with the montages, I got a scene set up.
Okay. More montages happen, more training. What's Raphael been doing in these 4 weeks that we're blasting through, besides punching Mike in the stomach?
So besides helping Mikey train, he's probably just beating the shit out of like punching bags and dummies and stuff.
And
I feel like Raph, like given the last couple sessions, like the roles that I've had with him, like he's probably still been kind of like out on the streets, like beating up thugs here and there. So like he's not quite as rusty as everybody else, but because he's just
Night
kind of
Stalker.
a brute, and that's just kind of what he does.
I mean, it's like
So he's
Major
got
Payne.
like
I keep thinking
Yeah.
of Payne. It's been 6 weeks since I killed me a man. It's time to get the itch. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Yeah, it's 90s day here. Oh, man. 80s, 90s. I like it, though. Anyone else have another bit? Something else that's done? I think I'm going to move to Michelangelo in a second. But I know. I'm not sure what other stats you guys increased. Or you know what? It doesn't really matter. We'll bounce back and forth here.
I think the only change to what Don was doing is once he gets the bot working, he's actually sparring with the bot. Like he's making sure it's battle ready.
Oh, that's
And
perfect.
of course, yeah. Because the only thing I did mechanically change besides making the bot was getting more HP. So I was not really sure what to do there.
That,
So that was what the running came from.
what was the last part? You were trying to make him do what?
That's where the running was part of, was me figuring out a way to go, okay, I got a little healthier.
Okay, it works. But you know there is a training room, and you can be sparring in there with him. And I think that's good because we see Raph back and forth shots. Raph on the streets beating up thugs. Raph in the dojo beating up a dummy. Raph in the street beating up thugs. Raph in the dojo beating up on Michelangelo. Raph in the street beating up on thugs. Back in the dojo, then we bounce across Raph taking a shot at the little metalhead. How big is this little robot?
I was originally making him small, but I realized that Metalhead was the same size as us in the
Yep.
original version. So I was going to say he's just shorter than us, like just to like, he's a head shorter than us, but he's still approximately enough to where you can go to town on him because he's, I guess, human size would be the better word.
All right, and you heard it right, folks. And there was a Turtles fan, and I don't even know if it happened on purpose. Maybe Donatello had it on purpose, but he's like, I just start making this metal robot, and maybe I said, "Is that Metalhead?" And maybe he was thinking that already. I don't know, but it kind of just
I wasn't until I read more about him,
Oh,
and
it
I was
just-
like, that's perfect.
yeah. So it's kind of a happy accident. So Metalhead has been introduced in this game, and maybe Raphael takes a shot at it, and it takes a shot back at him, and Donatello's maybe seem like, oh hey, if you can do that, well, I don't know. There
Well,
could be,
mechanically speaking, he's just as easy to hit as Donatello because he used himself as the baseline, which is extremely easy to hit right now because he's not very tough anymore.
it's just a little less cushy on your fist, knees, elbows, and all that and feet when you hit them. But I like the door to this place on the the north side of the train room, as you see on the map, kind of in roll 20. I think are we all on the layer map?
Mhm.
Okay. This was a piecemeal job, by the way, that I did. Over a couple days, like anything I could find in roll 20 as far as maps, I was piecemealing together. Oh my goodness, I'm so cheap. Anyway, just buy the upgraded edition. So that door on the north side of the training room, the only one in there, is kind of like a big sliding door. It's not a bulkhead, but it's a big steel door with a handle that goes like a barn door. And we've seen this interaction with Raph and the dummy, and Raph with Metalhead, and we see Splinter in the background, and like Leonardo sees Splinter first, and Splinter just kind of like nods or like twitches his head, so Leo quietly leaves the room. And next Donatello sees it and sees Splinter, and since he's interacting with Raphael looks to see what Donatello's looking at, and they see Splinter, and Michelangelo's sparring with this dummy, and then Michelangelo, you just hear the big steel door slide shut behind you.
Can y'all hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an immediate freeze in place. Like,
You're a little. Sorry, let me turn my volume up. You're very low.
sorry, it's an immediate freeze in space. Like, oh no, where did everyone go? Type thing.
So you froze. Do you turn around?
Yep, I set it down, turn around, just kind of like look down at the ground.
Yeah, there's Master Splinter just standing there, slowly walking towards you.
Like he's fully expecting to be chewed out. It's not even. It's like I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for it. Take my licks.
He goes, Michelangelo, and he puts like a hand on your shoulder, like fatherly, right? He's like, you have dark, black tragedies in your past. I know it haunts you. And I think you use jovial nature and bad jokes, very bad jokes, as well as gluttony as an escape from this blackness. But it's costing you, not only internally, but externally as well. You are not physically fit, not even as much as Donatello. It's just a cheap shot.
Burn.
He goes, you must face your past, strengthen your present, so you succeed in your future. And then, oh, it's the back roll. Ooh. What is your guard, Michelangelo? I'll let the dice decide this one. Oh,
Before upgrade or after upgrade?
currently, right now. Yeah, well, after upgrade. You guys can already level up, so.
Okay. My guard is now 16 instead
Ooh.
of 12 because Raph's been beating the crap out of him for that express purpose.
So Splinter's like, he has his one hand here on your shoulder, and he comes out with a flat palm right to your stomach when he says that. But he didn't hit. He hit you, and you slide back a couple feet.
Oops.
You
I
slide
clicked the
back a
button.
couple feet, but you're not injured. He's like, I see improvement. It is good, but you must get better. So, I don't know if he does it again. So I don't know. I expected him. I wrote down in my notes that he kicks your butt, but since I rolled the dice and he missed, I feel like Michelangelo has shown us the improvement he's made, because he took like, yeah, he took like the flat splinter palm, or, right to the like sternum area that would probably kill somebody if they weren't prepared, if he wanted to, or at least
That was
stun
the
them.
immediate flinch. And,
Yep, and you clenched up and you went back and you were kind of in a prepared stance, and he's like, "Ooh." He's like, good, keep it up. And that's it for that scene, unless you have something to add.
Mikey just starts working out after that. Like,
Oop.
Roth's beat on him pretty hard. He's gonna start getting stronger. Start getting, he's going to push himself to actually not disappoint. He's pretty disappointed in himself, and he feels like he's let everyone down. So he's gonna be training and focusing pretty hard for the next, well, at least 2 weeks.
Sure.
It's Mikey. What are we talking about?
He's still Mikey. Oh, my bottle cap went somewhere. There it is. I cannot have an open bottle around this computer. Not good for Lucas. All right, well, it's Mikey. That scene took an unexpected twist, but that's what the dice do. So it was good. More training montages. What's something else that someone else has been doing? If we don't have any more, that's fine. I'll pop on over to Donatello. Okay, no problem. So I think, like I said, this is only if you guys are okay. I'm not want to push the narration too hard without your insight. But Donatello is doing something. I know that's very, very vague.
Well, it's vague until you get what are you doing? But yeah, he's tinkering with the bot again. Like he's on the treadmill playing with the bot. The bot's just kind of standing there with its back open.
And you're still on the treadmill moving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of course. It's like his nervous habit now. It's going to be that. It's got to be running.
Maybe the treadmill suddenly like powers down.
I think if he enters the room, he's got his eye uncovered too because it's uncomfortable. But as soon as someone comes in, he's like the was it Phantom of the Opera when someone walks in, he's like, and he covers.
Oh, okay. So you're aware of him coming into the room?
Once I am.
Okay. Hey, you don't have to power down the treadmill. You could just hear him. You can hear his stick clicking, so he doesn't actually hide it. He actually, unlike the other two that we've seen before, he actually comes just walking right in the room. You know.
Maybe because he's actually got stuff shot at him by accident in the past. He's learned to just give one tap to make sure, hey, it's me. Don't shoot.
Okay.
What if you just stop the treadmill dead and you like run into your bench?
Yeah, so just
It's okay.
click, and so Donatello goes to hide his eye.
Yep. He kind of jumps up so he can hop off the kind of straddle the treadmill's part, and then he turns and puts his eye patch back on.
Okay. It is amazing that you can train and tinker in one go. It can only have ever been you, Donatello.
He smiles. He steps off of the treadmill area and bows. It's like, it's a necessity, Sensei. I've never been the strongest of the four, but I was definitely the weakest even after Mikey was down. I wasn't able to help them this time. The eye it's helping me, but it is also distracting me.
It preoccupies your mind. The external factors the eye shows you, and those that just draw to your curiosity, are keeping you from living presently when your brothers need you.
It's hard, Sensei. I see possibilities, infinite ones, and I can make it happen, and it's so easy. But at the same time, reality's passing me by quickly.
Your human, for lack of a better term, your humanoid brain cannot process like the gods or alien entities. Our brains just do not work at that level. Maybe someday you will conquer it, but until then, you need to stay alive and keep your brothers alive.
I have rigged up my workbench to attach itself to exercise equipment to get me back into some form of shape. I don't like to be the healer and be the one falling. It's not conducive to actually doing what I wanted. I could have gotten Mikey back into the fight if I could have just got to him.
I understand what you wish to do and what you feel you need to do, but trying to do too much overburdening, you're going to drown.
I know. I've seen this conversation, Father. I've seen so many versions, so I'm trying to... in one of them, I saw me creating the robot to back me up a little bit, to give me a little more wiggle room in the short term until I can overcome my burdens. It's a second bow staff, if you will.
He smiles at that. He goes, tech and logistics are important. Just remember, not at the cost of the team.
Of course.
You four are a unit and only can be together. Things like this, and he just taps at Metalhead on the head. He's like, bing, 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 bing. He's like, are only aids, as you say, but they did not replace your brothers or yourself. But just remember to not be preoccupied at the present when they need you most.
It is hard, sir. It's hard, sir, but I am trying.
He's just like, he points at the Eye of Odin. He's like, shut that eye and use your remaining. See what is important here and now.
Hi.
You must control it, Donatello. I do not know what it is, but we are working on figuring it out.
It can't see inward. It's the only thing I know it can't do.
Good. He goes, now, to make it look like I'm a hypocrite, come with me.
Hi.
And you tap all the way down to the laboratory. To the very south part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where? To this big old green thing that's in the very southern corner. And now there's no electricity in the middle of it, right? It's just like two posts. It's like a burnt out doorway of some sort. It doesn't necessarily look like those. It's been sitting there since you guys took the place. Since you guys were raised here, I think. And then you went out for a long time and you came back. But Splinter always had this weird looking doorway box electric thing that looked super alien and super weird, and sat there collecting dust on the south end of the laboratory for a long time. You know, Leo, Mikey, and Raph, probably with all the stories you would make up when you were kids, probably lost interest a long time ago. Maybe not for Donatello. I don't know. I'm only speculating.
He's interested, but hands off interested. Like, he wants to know, but he knows it's not his route. Like, he has his own stuff. He's recreated it in models to try to figure it out that way back before the eye. And since the eye, he's been too distractible. So he's shiny. No,
it makes sense. You can't believe maybe then suddenly you guys are standing in front of it like, oh yeah, he's really bringing me through this thing. Like,
yeah, he's reaching up to the eye, but he doesn't uncover it. He just he's doing what he was told. He's trying to not focus with the eye. He's looking around normal, which his hand doesn't really do anything, but it's mental.
I'll turn you up just a little bit here. He goes, I know I've kept you in the shadows and your brothers concerning our past. All in good time, I always told you, and the time draws nigh. Soon. This, if you're ready to have your, what are the kids saying nowadays? Mind blown? No, wait. You're like, no, the eyes told me that's like many, many years in the future. No, anyway, he's like, if you have something that's hard to believe, much less eldritch deities giving you magical eyes, then know this is what you've always thought it was. This is a portal. It's a doorway, but transference from here to another location on this same plane of existence. I cannot prove or know for sure if other planes of existence are true, but this plane does exist, and you can travel from point A to point B instantaneously. It is real. It is a thing.
He kind of tilts his head. Even without the eye, Sensei, the power requirements, even if the idea of actually being able to transfer matter in such a fashion, Einstein's equation alone, you'd need 1 million chalkboards just to calculate how to get an apple to do that.
Much less a living creature, or 4 living creatures,
or a portal of that size. If this is the size of these towers, that portal has to be human-sized or our-sized.
Which is?
You say you've seen it actually working?
Yes, it is what I brought you forth through when we escaped the enemy, when you were but infant turtles. It is how I saved us from the enemy.
Are you asking me to get it where we can return?
Yes. I damaged it on purpose when we came through so that we could not be followed. But it must be repaired. He looks at you and he's like, you wanted to use your smarts for something worthwhile. I believe Indeed. It is now time.
I will humbly accept the task. It's we've always imagined what nonsense you could have had in here At one point, I just gave up and made a model and thought maybe it was a really fancy TV back before they were small.
I tell you the truth, my son. And in the coming days, with our past coming back, I fear we might need it to return to from whence we came.
I will take on this task, Sensei, and I will keep you abreast of any changes I can make. Am I allowed to go out and require supplies through the back-end means? Or should I go through Agent Jones?
Whatever it takes.
Very well.
All right.
Then he uncovers, looking at the thing. Like, oh,
So maybe are you keeping your cool until Splinter leaves the room? Then you can totally geek out.
And he's totally like, oh, it's got capacitors, and it's got this is a so-and-so tower, the electron tower. Oh my god, it's a fully functional widgety wire.
All of those things.
Yep, he kept as cool as long as he could. He's still kind of a kid at heart with this. Tech is his obsession.
Yeah,
Literally.
they have to be. These
Like,
passions.
literal.
To be passionate like that.
Compulsion. Investigate unique tech or occult items immediately.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to do a thing where we like start a chart. I forgot to tell you this, like maybe like tech points or whatever. So when every time you collect tech, you just keep like a numeric tally, and then once you hit X amount, you can do X thing or Y thing. So
Okay.
like I would have said like maybe from what you took from Stockman's laboratory, like probably like 5 tech points. I know we haven't made a scale yet, but I would say that would be fair. Like you got some like really high advanced stuff that you can utilize towards this or whatever, right?
Makes sense.
That includes the mouse you took, which you used to make Metalhead, what you've already used, and what we'd have left over. So I'd say like 5 left over.
Whoops. That's my bad.
So
I clicked the wrong button.
I will pass on to Raphael and then get this party started. I think we've still, and if anybody wants to add anything else that they are doing or experiencing or training in, like feel free to just throw it in or go, hey, I got something. You know, stop me from talking anytime you want. I talk far too much. All agree at once? No, just kidding. So we have another little panel of Raph beating the crap out of some thugs or doing whatever. When he's come home late, it's been raining out, so you're soaking wet, you know, maybe a little bloody. It's probably not your blood. And Splinter's at the table. So in the lair, you would come from the north. I didn't make a thing, but like the very north room that's like really tech looking is like your way out of the sewers. So the dining room in the middle of the floor, like Splinter is waiting there when Raphael walks in, and he's just pouring 2 cups of tea on the table. With those like just a candle lit in between there, so it's very low, very dim. The rest of the layer is quiet. There's probably some electrical sparks and some things coming from the laboratory to the south, where there's all-nighters being pulled. Heavy snoring coming from Michelangelo's room. I don't know. Just maybe not. I don't know. You can always be like, no, Lucas, not this one. I'm like, oh, all right. Anyway, Raphael, Splinter's pouring 2 cups of tea, and you know that you are the guest.
I guess he'd go stand over by him.
You've been out late lately.
I like the dark.
So he's like, yes, you are a natural loner, introverted. You've been bottling your feelings up and internalizing everything. Am I right? And he hands you a cup. He hands you the saucer with a cup on it, steaming with some real nice Japanese-style tea.
Not exactly.
Well, I should finish. Eventually it lashes out. You lash out your ferocity upon your enemy. He looks at your knuckles. You know, probably at this point. That are
He kind of like wipes it off, hides it behind his back.
Yeah. He goes, this can be successful, but sometimes bad things can happen. It may cost you. He goes, so as you're drinking the tea, well, he like holds it up as tradition, as is tradition.
As is tradition.
As tradition. Okay. And he takes a sip, out of his cup. Kind of those things like, or you look at each other and kind of like do the toast thing or whatever. I don't know.
And sip with him. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. It's good. Strong. And, maybe you like coffee or beer, but Splinter makes tea because that's what Splinter does. Because that's how Splinter do. Get through my fatherly lectures here. I don't have enough wisdom for this. Tell you what. He goes, you must learn to externalize yourself to remain a member of your team. Where you are strong individually, you are much stronger as a team. You know that, right, Raphael?
Yes, Splinter.
Let me look at your character sheet real quick. You are good. You are the strongest of your brothers. And you are a protector. And you are passionate. But you cannot forget that you have 3 others willing to stand by your side. And together, the 4 of you can do infinitely much more than 3 or 2 or even 1. And, you've heard that. I'm sure you've heard this lesson 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead and make a toughness roll. That's your second defense stat. Oops, I just rolled for you. That was mine. That does not count.
That was the Foot Clan. I got a 15.
Okay, there we go. So you're just starting to nod, right? But then your vision is like, whoa, just a little weird. And you're having a little trouble keeping your balance.
What's in the tea?
He goes, a special recipe. And he does this thing I've seen like the Nickelodeon Splinter do, like he does the finger foldings in different ways. And then he just up like on your temple on each side. And you're just like, and he's like, relax now, my son. A quick journey. That's a little higher. So, Raphael, as you wake up, it's dark. You hear the sounds of battle. Michelangelo shouting. Leonardo saying, barking an order. Donatello saying something that sounds like Eugene from The Walking Dead talking, where he's talking so intelligently during combat. It's just like vocabulary beyond what everybody else is.
I love it.
I feel.
What do you say? The quantum flux. Pat, pat, pat.
I don't know. Anyway, Raphael, you like jump to your feet and you're in this like sewer area and you're surrounded by foot soldiers. Just the 4 of you, and they're already engaged in battle, and you don't really remember anything else. You're just like, oh crap, you're in the middle of combat, right? So, as you turn, Mikey's running towards you. He's like, it's not exactly how LadyRedMoon might say it, but he's just like, bro, I need a leg up, right? He needs the where you put your foot in harness so you can throw him into the air. He's coming at you. He's like, hey, So he's coming at you to get this leg up. And you turn and you see it's shadowy. You can't really tell, but there's all the foot soldiers, but there's something that's like bigger and more boss-like. And this boss-like creature turns to flee from combat. And he's making a clean getaway. What's Raphael do? Does he give Mikey the leg up, or does he chase off after the boss?
He probably would chase off after the boss at this point.
No, that's perfectly fine. Michelangelo's like, whoa, whoa, and goes flying past the spot where you were. All right. So you turn, you get caught up in some foot soldiers, you're fighting your way through. And the boss has made his way around to the other side of the battle. All right. And so you get caught up and you're fighting. And then you hear Leo orders you. He's like, Raph, the flank. cover the flank. What do you do?
He'd probably cover the flank at this point.
Okay.
Kind of start to come around to it.
You didn't see?
And point out where the boss is. Like angrily, like he can't get to him.
Okay. All right. No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Like Donatello and Michelangelo both like whip their heads in that way. And as the flank pours in and you didn't see these other like 4 soldiers coming in from your right, you're able to catch the flank in time to hold off so Michelangelo and Donatello can rush in. And Leo, parries back and forth to come even with you. So at this point, and this is, I said it first, I meant to, the foot soldiers even pouring more, and you guys start becoming overwhelmed. But just as you were getting to the boss character, that's when the flood comes and hits you. You find a little sideway out of the battle, and the boss is now fleeing towards a doorway into a tunnel that like makes its way down. I don't know, you just know it's like a long ways. If he gets into that tunnel, he's going to have like a breakneck speed to run away. You can slip out the side, but your brothers still need your help because, like I said, the battle's overwhelming. What happens?
Ooh, he decides to rush back into the battle.
Ooh, does he? All right. Hey. All right. So you run in and see your brothers are not overwhelmed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it kind of fades and flashes here. And this boss character is in the chair, tied to the chair. You got him back in the lair, right? Oh boy, I can't decide. Leo is 1, Michelangelo is 2, and Donatello is 3. So you're back in the lair. Donatello and Michelangelo are interrogating this figure that's in the chair. And you're standing back as you usually do. And in the next room over, Splinter is tending to Leonardo, who is critically wounded. Like razor slashes through his throat. And like the artery that runs down like all the way down your body, right? He's critically wounded. He has a small chance to live. And you can see this character tied in the chair is like full of metal armor. But his face is shadowed the whole time. Most of him is shadowed. You can't see much. And you're like, you know, in the subconscious, like, where did I imagine this thing, right? Why does it seem familiar? Maybe these thoughts will return later. Doesn't matter now. And they're interrogating angrily. And you're there. You're about to lose Leo. And they're questioning this guy. And you just notice that his right hand, a dagger slips out of his sleeve into his hand. And he's about to cut his ropes and probably lunge right into either Michelangelo or Donatello. Yeah, you can stop him or kill him.
I kill him. Just kill him.
Kill him good. Oh. Sai flashes out through the throat. Blood flies everywhere. And you just like wake up in a cold sweat on the floor right where you were drinking tea with Splinter. And your 3 brothers are around you because you've been thrashing and you broke the table. And Michelangelo's come out. Leonardo's making his way over there, pushing his limp out of, into regular walking formation.
What did he give you?
Donatello's, coming. I mean, however you guys want to introduce shoving this into this scene. And then Splinter is afar off.
Raph probably like looks around and sees that they're all coming out, and he just kind of storms off into his room.
Okay, so you're still picking yourself up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, what did you say, Michelangelo?
I was saying, what did he give you? He was kind of accusing Casey because he didn't see Splinter come out.
Okay. What are the other 2, like Leonardo and Donatello? Like Raphael's going to storm out in a second, right? But before he does, everybody else has a chance to enter the scene if you want. You don't have to, actually, so it's up to you. But Michelangelo has done so. He's like, "What did he give you?"
Yeah, he's like, "What the?" Because he had just gotten back from going out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So 100% he thinks Casey's involved or something. Something's going. Like his
Casey's a
brain's
drug.
Going, yeah, it's
Casey gives him drugs.
I think Don will just yell out, "Hey, Raph, 15 minutes. I want you to put the metal head through its paces again, buddy."
He kind of flips him off, but like, seems how he's only got 3 fingers.
That's a
this,
yes,
right?
I bet. That's a yes. That's a yes. He'll be okay. He'll be okay. He won't. He'll scratch at his eye and he'll look back at Splinter and be like, "I'm trying." Yeah, with that look, I'm trying look. Like, this is the best I could come up with real quick. Trying to support.
If anyone wants to make a perception check, it's up to you. Or
I will.
the type of knowledge check needed. You can understand that Splinter definitely caused a trippy dippy time for Raphael. Mind Palace lesson, which is one of those few and far between things that probably happens. But I would say
He's on top of that.
that's only if you feel. Okay.
I'm not.
No.
I am.
Time to tell I was serious, but it's just like not quite. Like, well, you know, Splinter is not one, and I haven't built him all the way yet, but he is not one that is full of deception. He's actually very full of. But I don't think he would purposely deceive. He would just be like. I'm not sure what his opposing role would be if it really is. I just had a target number in mind. Okay. Leonardo gets it. Michelangelo, you look at Splinter for a second, but definitely Casey, right?
Still Casey.
Leonardo
Casey's
knows
now a drug
though.
dealer in Mikey's mind.
I now know that he can Viking mind meld or Vulcan mind meld.
Yeah, Raph, do you?
Or the skull to skull.
I think Raph screams or Raph goes off to his room, right?
Yeah, he probably like looks back and sees that all 3 of his brothers are okay though, and then goes in.
Mm-hmm.
So
Especially
he kind of like makes a
Pauses
mental
the door.
note. Yeah.
you see, definitely Leonardo is okay, who is actually concerned about you.
Yeah.
But you go the opposite.
And Donnie's literally going, tapping on his wrist, like,
Leonardo, you come close enough to the table that you smell I'm not sure what it would be, but you smell the special, like, extra herb that's been put in this tea, or the mushroom, or whatever ingredients that Splinter has. Like, you just get a whiff it's not quite the same smell as this particular tea that Splinter always makes should smell like. You know, just a little different. Enough to know that, oh yeah, that was drugged.
All right.
It's not the worst thing Splinter's ever done. I mean, I watched it.
You know of.
I watched the entire Umbrella Academy, like you guys told me. And I'm like, okay, he might not be quite that guy, but he's taking some ideas from it. You guys said to at the beginning of this, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. I forgot about that, but yes.
A little bit.
I didn't. I was like, all right, so he's more badass hardcore. Okay. Good time tea. Yeah, simple pine cone. You were correct. So
Mikey's just gonna wave at Donnie and be like, "I'll put him through his paces."
10 minutes.
So after this little psychedelic thing,
Mhm.
I want to go wait until like things quiet down that evening, and Don is huffing it in his treadmill.
Okay.
So I'm going to come back after the exercises, after my meditation, and come into his shop while he's running.
Oh, good. Yes. All right.
And, I'm gonna not hide my limp while I come in, and let's see. So I've made a conspicuous effort to hide the fact that I have severe arthritis in my knee.
Mm-hmm.
That has been almost my sole focus in front of you guys. Have you perceived this?
Considering during the operation, no, because he was preoccupied with first, not falling on his face all the time.
Right.
And then the tech came into play. So he would have not been paying that any attention though.
Okay.
Maybe if you interacted more at home, but like we said, we've kind of been doing 4 different things instead of being a team for the last couple of years. or last year.
And at home, it's easier to hide because we're walking. It's going to be the athletic stuff. So, okay, if you didn't pick it up on mission, I'm going to walk into the shop and sit on the pile of junk to your left, which I realize is a very meticulously organized geologic stratification of technology. But I'm just going to sit down it because it looks solid.
It's mostly solid. There's actually a stool underneath it that actually started the pile, and then everything got put on top of the stool and then fell off the stool, and then more stuff got put on top of the stool, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, because setting it on the floor is rude, but
Well, I mean, I did have a stool before the treadmill.
Right. So I'm going to come in, sit on the pile, and just give you that look of tired. The one that just
almost exasperation level. Like just...
No, not exasperation. Just like tired, like
weary,
old, weary of just weak, and just say, I don't know what I'm going to say. It's just, so Don, I'm slowing down a little bit.
We're not running in the right way, Leo. What's wrong? We've never had a problem before.
I think we're all getting older. Time's catching up. Just not as strong as I used to be on my feet.
You seemed fine the other day. I mean, me and Mikey kept getting knocked down like we were carnival toys.
You remember when we first saw the truck trying to get raided by those pajama wearing fools? I missed that jump. I never missed that.
Are you wanting me to help you, or are you asking me to make sure there's nothing wrong? Because I'll do one of the two, but I don't think I want to do the first one.
Wait, the first one is help me?
Is help you be faster, and the other one is help you not hurt. Yeah, it basically is what he's saying. Like, do you want me to juice you, or do you want me to find out what's wrong?
No, no, this is you'd call it a mechanical hindrance. Just my knees hurt so bad when I jump. I didn't know if you can put something together with these spare parts you've got to take some of the weight off.
Well, I mean, I can definitely do that. It will hinder your mobility, though. We don't wear shoes as a normal thing, so I could rig you up some Geta sandals or whatever your aesthetic pleasing that would, cushion the shockwave. Because that's why people wear certain types of shoes when they jump. It's because because you're a bone. And he starts going this technical, very detailed, just ramble about how bones in shockwaves go up the bone. And he's like, and he finally cats was, but with these shoes, it would spread that out so your entire foot absorbs some of the shock instead of straight to your knees.
I'm really just looking for a knee brace.
After all that.
He turns, he's like,
I was sitting here thinking he wants him to chop off his leg and do cyberonics replacements. Did we
that could work.
I was thinking knee brace the whole time. I'm like, shoes, where's this going?
He nods and he goes, that would be a good option. It's more subtle. Yeah, I like it. Give me a couple hours and you'll have to run around in it a little bit, get used to the tightness, but it won't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably going to be some other thing I'll have to do later if your bones in that joint are changing faster than ours. If we all start having the symptoms, then it's obviously a problem with us as people. But the creatures we're mutated from are supposed to live hundreds of years, but they're slow. So it may be just the fact that we're fast is causing this unnatural damage. But anyway, give me a couple hours. I'll have it at your door.
All right.
No one will know. I'll just be like, I'm washing clothes, and I'll drop them off accidentally. Don't want you and Raph sniping at each other again. You two are like cats and dogs sometimes.
Awesome. All right, that works.
Little metalhead robot kind of salutes that waves. He's like, I turned you off. Off. Stay off.
Perfect. Sorry, getting things ready. Okay, so that was a good scene. Is there any other scenes between you guys? I'd love the free play. I mean, whether it's Splinter or each other, like you guys.
I think Donnie was serious about joining Raph with the bot in the training room. He feels like something's up, and he feels like that might be the best way to talk to Raph, is let Raph beat on something.
Was it Raph or was Michelangelo meeting you there?
Both were. It's just one was different times. So
I just don't know if Raph ended up going or not because he kind of gave you the turtle bird.
Yeah.
Well, if you did turtle dove, would that be the word?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Raph never shows up, the conversation never happens, so it's fine. Either way, he's going to help Mikey regardless because that helps him.
Yes.
I mean, Mikey's been getting tougher.
Yeah, I got a little tougher. Oh, I forgot I did get tougher. I did up my guard.
I pretty much spread my points.
How do you increase your guard?
I raised
you beat on him for
my
a while?
might by
Okay.
one. That's what it was.
That's what I did. Okay.
Yep. It comes.
I didn't know if it went up or not.
Agility and might, I think, go into it.
Yep.
And also, if you were to wear armor or something other that was special, like I think you get to put points there when you rage out.
Yeah, and there's a feat or two that are not feat, but
Just remember.
Yeah, I have battle trance and
yeah, there's a couple perk type things that can give you some natural armor if it's appropriate for the game.
So remember, if you done, like, to take the numbers back out of there so that your guard goes back down to where it's supposed to be. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, it should be agility, might, and armor make your guard. Well, then you have armor. Raph has armor. Oh, that's right. That's right. We put 3 in there before because you got that when you went into that fighting mode. So that armor is like temporary, like during that mode time.
Yep.
So okay.
Yep.
Anyway, so if you guys don't have any more specific scenes, like Donatello, if you want to go catch Raphael somewhere else and do a scene, that's fine. If you want to work with Michelangelo, if you don't guys want to do anything, let me know. I'll move on to the next part. But
I think he would just work with Mikey like they've been doing like the whole time. And if Raph doesn't show up, he'll go to him.
okay.
And he won't enter the room. He'll literally knock. He's like, Raph, you got a minute?
just silence.
You got 5 minutes? I mean, I can do this all night. I mean, I can literally see you in there.
What do you want?
You all right, man?
I'm good.
I'm the functioning medic of the group, you know. He does the finger quotes with the like, all right, if you're sure you're good, man. You need any armor for your nightly excursions? I still got that. What would you call it? The night stalker or something? That gear? I never told Dad about it.
Yeah, I'll borrow it for the night.
All right. Just put it back underneath the pile of junk that Leo likes to sit on. He still doesn't know it's there. You know you're stubborn as a rock, right?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
All right. Well, when you're finally done doing the was it the lone sentinel thing in your room, I'll be over there working because I can't sleep for crap with the stupid eye itching. And he'll just wander off.
And Raph kind of looks like he wants to say like thank you, but he just closes his door.
So stoic.
Lucas, you're muted.
Yeah, I was about to say, Lucas, you're muted.
Am I back? Okay.
Yes.
No.
I was saying good scene. I love seeing the relationship building and the character growth. It's good. I was going to say any other scenes. Oh, yes.
I have one.
Yeah.
As soon as I see Donnie leave the room, Mikey is going to run to his bedroom and underneath his bed pull out a little black bag. And it's like, smaller than a woman's clutch type thing. And he's going to sneak out of the lair.
You went into Donnie's room and grabbed this and then snuck out of the lair?
No, my room.
Oh,
My room.
okay.
I went to my room. Mikey's, sorry.
Okay.
Mikey's room. He pulls a little black, about the size of a book,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the right shape, of a black bag from underneath his sleeping arrangements and tries to sneak out of the lair unseen.
Oh, okay. Do you think you should do a sneaky roll versus like Donatello walking around noticing you?
Yep.
Okay.
What is a sneak? Oh, that'd be dexterity, right? Or agility?
I think so. I think that sounds right. You can tell me how you would do it, but that sounds like agility.
It would be like the cartoon Scooby Doo tiptoe, dude,
Okay.
and just keep going because it's Mikey. He's yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's not a good roll. Don should have this one, but crazier things have happened in roll 20. I would say perception is probably.
Rest in pieces. Yep.
Let's see what he rolls. Donatello. Oh, yep. Probably how you expected it to turn out, I think. Michelangelo. Perfect.
Yep.
He follows him outside just quietly as he's tiptoeing. He doesn't call any attention to himself at first.
Do I know he's following me?
Eventually. Like I said, when you get out of the lair is when he makes enough noise to be heard.
Mikey immediately swings the bag behind his back and goes, "What's up, bro?"
Want to take us a little fresh air? Right? Fresh air? Not.
Yeah, just needed some fresh air.
Are you gonna roll that and pass it, or are you gonna BS us all night?
Mikey is completely shocked. He thought he was fooling everybody. And he literally stops and goes, "Okay." And he takes him. There you go. They're gonna go smoke together. Okay, I have no reaction. That's not how I thought this was going.
He'll kind of chuckle. He goes, "I did get trained by combat medics, and this is what they would give some of the guys to calm them down before they passed. It's in small doses. It's therapeutic, but I will tell Dad if you come out here every 5 minutes."
Then I would be
Ooh.
wouldn't I be a turtle on the half shell at that point? I'd be too baked.
You would be double dipped, that's for sure. Yes, he would probably throw you back through the wall. He's
Well,
got
I'd
his.
still be a turtle on the half shell and overbaked.
No.
Indeed.
That's the only pun I could come up with. Sorry.
But seriously, don't let Leo find out about this, or he would talk you into. And he stops a minute, looks up.
Mikey does the same thing.
At least 15,000 words. It's that's the best count I got before my eye starts to itch too much. 15,000
Dude,
words.
I thought you were saying he was here. Don't make me paranoid like that, man.
Oh.
Just sneak better, or just don't sneak. Just Ralph goes out all the time, and we know he goes out. Just walk out here, sit down for half an hour, then look around, and then do this, or have me cover for you.
Speaking of which, Raph walks out the door right now.
Perfect.
Are you armored up already?
Wafts away, tries to waft away all the smoke.
There's like a slight stare down. He's just kind of like
Ooh.
stares at Donnie, stares at Mike. They all realize what they're doing is all wrong, so he just leaves.
Actually, that's
Tell me,
perfect.
yeah, as you lead the way, just tell me how it works out, okay? I need feedback so I can upgrade.
That's actually a perfect spot, I think. And I know you placed your tokens already, but I think in the northernmost room, I think Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael need to put their tokens there. Like the exit is like the top left or top right corner where the blue lines are. All the blue spots are doors, right? We'll let the maybe we can let the audience
That'd
see
be
what
going
we're
up
looking
like
at.
this ladder or whatever
Yes.
to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I think so.
So he'd be like heading out this way to
Mm-hmm.
go up the ladder.
Oops. Someone's face is not even with the others. All right. I'm gonna move our face boxes got all put around, and it's gonna really distract. Why did that not work? Okay. So, this is a piecemeal layer. You know, I did kind of start liking it. And there could be more, and we could add on and build if, you know, we don't like the layout, but I think it works now. But so, put those three up there. Splinter would be in his room. Leonardo, where would you be?
Considering the interaction, probably in my room, like either meditating. Like, how late in the evening is this?
I don't know. That's up to Michelangelo and Raphael, who kind of go out. I'm assuming nighttime.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably sunset.
Okay, because I'm probably like retiring or meditating quietly in my room, essentially asleep.
Okay.
That's where I would be.
Alrighty. You're meditating, so you can make a Precious roll.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage 1. Everybody else, the other 3, can make just a regular perception roll if you wish.
I hate knowing things.
Come on, just roll it. Michelangelo already rolled it. Hi-oh.
What?
And passed it.
This is 20 when I need it.
Wait, did Donatello partake?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the one, apparently.
I'm like, should that affect you guys in any way at this time? I don't know.
I was gonna say, are we rolling? You said perception.
You can roll perceptions if you wish.
So I'm sorry, I missed it. You guys are smoking weed, right?
It sounds about like that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's seaweed.
I was trying
It
to be
literally opened my
nondescript,
mind.
It did.
trying to be nondescript.
I was gonna say
But,
probably
okay.
disadvantage 1, but never mind. I didn't say it in time. So just roll. Prescience for Leonardo. Mikey.
It's okay. I didn't need disadvantage.
Michelangelo rolls like normal there with his. What's going on? I don't know. Donatello knows what's going on. Leonardo has an idea. Raph, do you want, or are you not?
He's probably just like on his way out, so he doesn't really care what's going on.
Okay. All right. So, Leonardo, you can feel the vibrations, like when they're real light, but there's vibrations affecting the layer from different locations within the layer.
Okay.
It sounds like just it's like a, but and it's all rhythmic in all the locations that it's at. As for the let's see, what was it? Donatello?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I'm prescient, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this would be like I would have do I have an understanding of what this vibration is I'm picking up? Or is this a psychic vibration?
It's not psychic. Nope. It's physical.
Okay.
It's lots of very small things. Like the way you can equate it to is like giant rats, but not.
I'm feeling a scuttling.
Yes, but it's very rhythmic, and it's coming closer to the layer, making the layer vibrate that much more. Like this is on a microscopic level almost, right? But you can just like putting your ear to the tracks, you know, to hear a train coming from miles away. Like it's just that. But yeah, it's all over the layer, very rhythmic, all in tune with itself.
Okay.
Or all the different places you're sensing are all in tune with each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Donatello notices structural integrity giving out as you look back at the layer, the two doorways going into the actual layer, some bits of rock and crumbling, and then you can kind of feel a little vibration, but you also hear something, and it's coming from below you and above. You're not exactly sure. Actually, you rolled a 33, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep. Trying to think of what more to give. They're kind of like what I told Leonardo, but where he sees it in a microscopic, like vibrational way, like to kind of almost see without seeing. You're like, something is chewing its way into our layer from both above and below and sideways right now. Coming in very soon.
So yeah, he'll just yell to Raph, "We're being compromised," and then whatever happens.
And now we roll initiative. But before you roll, let me find the right dice. Let me clear the initiative order from last time. Okay. So remember to click on your token first before you roll initiative.
Damn Foot Clan, they're so fast. Too bad they have no tokens.
Better click on Splinter. Holy crap.
Wow.
He's so fast.
Remind me how we do the clicky thing so it attributes our.
You click on your the token you control on the map, and then you go over to the initiative and click it. Like you'll have your the map token.
Mhm.
You click it, so it has like the little boxes saying you can do the changing the numbers, and then you go to your sheet, and then on your sheet you click the initiative button that's underneath the hit points area, and it will
There it is.
link it up.
Ugh.
How'd you do? Oh.
Not
6.
last for once.
I am. Thought I saw this coming.
Don't see you in
Wait.
there.
I'm
Your
not
knee
last
brace
for
isn't on
once.
yet.
Apparently, I didn't select my token.
I told you gotta practice with that knee brace a little bit. It's gonna be a little slow.
Drop it. You're out puff giving. I don't think I got my. I'm sad.
I think you can click on your token and just enter 5 in.
Yep, I got it.
Cool.
Okay. Master Splinter goes on guard and starts to realize something is happening, I'm sure. Because he ain't no dummy. I didn't get the time to like do all his feats and stuff, but I did fill out his stats. I'm just gonna give him a couple advantage points basically to everything he does because it would
He didn't get finished because it's the only character he didn't assign to me to do.
don't I know it. Well, he understands something's going on. There's truth in that, ladies and gentlemen. There is truth. Okay, so Splinter goes on guard. He's like, "We are being attacked." Leonardo, like you're just coming to the conclusion that something weird's going on when you hear Splinter say that, right? And
Freaking 40. Holy crap.
just like Donatello said, you were being compromised. Why is this not working? That is not working. I can't get over to the layer. What layer am I on? All right, 1 second. And I play with roll 20 here.
You're down on the sandwich layer.
Why can't I go? For some reason, it is not letting me. Switch the tokens. I should be able to go to GM layer, and it's not letting me. Okay, hold on a second. Did we guys see the initiative order here? In case I lose it, I'm gonna have to leave the game and come back in.
Are you just trying to bring tokens over, or?
Yeah, they're on the GM layer, and I'm trying to bring them over to the regular layer, and it's not letting me do it.
It's not letting you do the copy paste at least.
No, they're already there, but I have to go to the GM layer, select the tokens, and then put them to the token map layer so you guys can see them because they're hidden.
It's not letting you hide them. Okay.
Yep, and roll 20
Yeah, I don't know how to
tend
fix
be
that.
crap. So I probably lost the. Oh no, the initiative order is still there. Okay.
Yeah.
1 second, guys. Sorry about that. It is the enemy's turn, but they are refusing to come out of hiding, so it's making it a little more difficult. All right, I have to wait for the timer. All right, GM layer. There we go. It must have been like too much overload.
These pigeons being invaded by robo frogs. What is this? Tokens are tiny.
I might have to zoom in a little bit. They're supposed to be smaller than that, but I have to make them fill up the square at least.
Yeah.
I think that is all of them. That's probably enough. So, anybody have a guess as they come bursting out from all directions?
Donnie, I think they're mad you took their brother.
No. He shakes his head.
They're not sentient.
That could be it. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. That's fun. He just yells down, Metalhead, activate defense mode. No one go in my room. No one go in that room now. I don't know what he'll do. Companion.
Objects and tokens. Okay.
So I gotta open up his sheet. He's the companion.
So the mousers that have come in. Hello, cat. You're supposed to be. You're supposed
Speaking
to
of
be.
Bowsers.
What's that?
Speaking of Bowsers.
Yeah. So 4 go in and surround Splinter. 2 are in the room with Leo. 2 more make their way out into the living room. 4 more come in. Put them right out there. I'm going to guesstimate because, you know, it's fun. People are going to be like, you're not counting the squares. I don't have to. I'll make the rules. No, I don't. I really don't. All right, so...
It's your world. We just live in it.
That's right. And these funds pop down here. So, these mechanical beans, the ones like just like the one Donatello took, what you got from the hijack, the WRT science labs, the one the foot soldiers were trying to hijack, the prototype he took, this little metal thing that's supposed to eat Rodentia. Several of these things have popped in. They've burrowed in up from the ground, from the ceiling. They've popped in, and some of these metal things are here, and they're moving all over. They're kind of moving with rhythm with each other, and they chewed through stone and maybe some metal, but mostly they've chewed through the stone brick mortar of the building and have come into the layer. Donatello, your turn. Then Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leo. That's right.
Let's see
Anarchy
here.
only.
Let me reread my companion thing real quick. Well, you know what? While I'm doing that, I'll move my character. Yeah, he's going to go running, and then his companion will do something once I remember how that works. So,
Oh, yeah, you got Turtlebot, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah, just let him go on your turn. I think is easy since I didn't think about putting him
I
in
think
the
that's how it read. I was just going to wait till I was done before I even read it. So let's see. I moved 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And keep going. There we go. 30. I will do the double move.
Okay.
The full run. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just to get further along. I'm hiding in the event.
Apparently you are. That's weird. All right, hold on.
That's the one square I found that did that. That's kind of funny.
I put a couple things that were there. Or I put a couple things there.
Climbing companion.
Traps.
Whoops. You
There
fell
you
for
It's
it.
a trap.
Everybody's at full hit points, by the way. So you double move Donatello. Michelangelo. Feeling pretty good. Now you don't know if you're having a trip or
Yeah.
what. I don't know.
So for now, I'm just going to say the Turtlebot moves his movement and doesn't attack yet.
Okay, that's right.
So he just moves to the edge of his assigned area, and there's now a target nearby, but he hasn't attacked.
Okay,
Just
yep, there are 2 right in front of him there. and they are technically bigger. They should take up 1/4 of the squares that they're in, but I couldn't make them any smaller because I've not gotten really good at snapping the grid and making the right size. So,
You wouldn't be able to see them.
yeah, and then also that would be a thing as well. So Michelangelo.
Donnie just trot. He gets a little farther than him because he was already a step up, but
All right.
he's following, trying to figure out what's going on. He's like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
All right. Now I forgot to ask you guys to review the rules as far as there's not a lot of teamwork feats. I don't think, even though we can make some stuff up, but you can like sacrifice your major action to basically take damage for someone else if you're nearby, and you can do I think setups where you can basically give people advantage and things like that. I think we've done that before. So not saying you have to because we're still in this learning phase, the story building part where the turtles are kind of coming back together. But we'll see. I just want to let you guys know that if you're like, I want to try to do something, I don't know how, we're like, we'll make it up and make a roll. So feel free to try crazy stuff. All right, Raphael.
All right. How do I see how far things are?
The third tab that's a kind of a ruler in a circle. On your left-hand side will measure.
It might not be accurate.
It's also
It looks like it's doing pretty good. Center of square, 5 foot, 10 foot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
so he'll probably come this way, fight these mousers.
You could kind of like Pathfinder. You could do a double move and end with an attack if at disadvantage 1.
Okay.
But you can do that.
I will do that.
Alrighty.
And while I'm doing that, I will go into my battle trance
Oh yeah.
as my free action, so I'll have my 23 for armor.
You're bored of you're bored of like beating up thugs anyway. This is something new. Raphael, please make an attack on one of the 2 monsters in front of you. I mean, metal things we don't know what they are.
So disadvantage 1.
Yes, sir. There's one rule I've held on to that I will abide by. For you, of course. Yes. I'm not current.
Holy crap.
I think that does it. Let's see. Their guard is not that. So, which?
When I'm in battle trance, I do have an advantage of 1 on all attacks too.
Oh, so that would even up.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you didn't roll that, or did it roll evenly for you?
That was a -1, so it'd be 27. But either way.
Well, it's the advantage adds an extra die, so technically, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. You hit anyway, so you should have evened up there, and I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, these are minions, so they're 1-hit kills as long as you guys can hit them. So the one in front of you or the one to your character's right?
The one right in front of me.
Okay. Boom.
Bulldozes right into it. Bam.
No. Yep. So you hit it. What's it look
Can
like?
I use?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I also use combat momentum?
What does that do?
Every time I bring an enemy to 0 hit points with a might or agility attack, I can immediately move up to my normal speed as a free action.
Oh, yeah. You can move another 6 squares.
So I'd probably kill that guy. Is this that thing in the yellow, like that black square? Is that like up higher, or is that like
No.
just something?
Nope, all flat.
Okay.
I think
So I'd probably
these things are more up in the air.
start heading towards the door here to be with them and make sure that they're getting through.
Alrighty. Leonardo.
All right. So he's going to stay completely motionless as these mousers chew their weight. These unknown metal things chew their way through the door.
Okay.
Just as they come up and they're about to do their attack, he's just going to reach out and snag the first one right on the snout and then bash it with the hilt of his ninjato.
Okay. That sounds good. Yeah, I'll give you advantage 1 since you're looking into a stealth approach.
Preparing for it.
And you weren't moving or you were being quiet. I mean, you already were in that right? So this might draw the attention of the other one, but see what happens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we can safely say that one goes by. And these things, when you smash them, like let me jump back because I didn't get Raphael's explanation. Like, how did you take this mouser out as you went, and then you kept going?
I probably just ran up and punted it while rounding the corner, so it just shattered up against the wall.
Used it to kind of wall hop off of.
Just like the cartoons, or like the video game, it has to hit the wall and just explode into shrapnel and orange-yellow fire real quick. Leonardo, you smash it with a hilt, right? Just pick it up and break it apart. As good as they are at chewing through stone, with the mouth part, the body part is rather vulnerable when you get past it, and you find that out very quickly. Master Splinter. I mean, easy enough. Let me see. I should have completed his character, but I didn't want to bother Dan too much. I'll just give him advantage. No, I'm not giving him advantage too. I know when I build him, he's going to be, when he fights with he's fighting fisticuff style, he'll be deadly. Oh, the Foot Clan. Okay, 23, no problem. So he's going to take one out. I'm sure we could have things that will give him more attacks, but since I didn't prep it, I'm just going to leave him at that. And I'm going to move on to the unknown mechanical things. So let's start down at the bottom. I better start using my space now. So
don't we know they're mousers? Because we had that whole thing with the Rat King.
Yes, that was funny, but you definitely do.
All right.
Oh yeah, when we watched the video, I forgot about the video thing where they did the demonstration video. And like, we catch the mice, and they put them in the maze.
All right, 2 on the turtle bot. Make haste, electrical discharge, persistent damage. I should have looked at this stuff. Electrical discharge. Okay, so we're just going to start with a regular agility attack as they launch their mouths into this. Whoa.
Nimble.
Holy crap. It's metal on metal,
Damn.
though. What? I'm not sure what happens to Metalhead. Seriously, are these dice going to roll like foot soldier dice? Let's see. They would both produce the electrical discharge as they latch on to Metalhead. I will move on. I'm not sure where his AC is, but it's, yeah. I think
16.
Okay. Does he have any HP left?
Hold on.
It's whatever they beat the guard by.
What'd they roll?
23 and 37.
23 minus 16. No. Poofed.
He's not down?
Oh, he is.
Oh. Okay, and he doesn't have to be destroyed, but he's out of combat, most like a regular character. It's electrical discharge.
He's like shut down. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, Leonardo.
Yeah.
I think it misses. 13 against your guard.
Yeah, he misses.
Okay. So these 4 mousers up near Splinter. So one mouser comes up. No, I don't like that. The 3 that are there. I wish I could make it roll 3 attacks real fast. Let's just see if they are going to do anything to Splinter. Oh. Really? 3 15s in a row? I need to go play the lottery real quick here, guys. Sorry. And then, so the 3 that are on Splinter, they attack him, and he defends himself with accuracy. So the other 4 here, and no one really sees it. But you guys, at least we see it in the show, these 4 mousers, one stops and one stops next to it. One jumps on top of the shoulders of the other 2, and they like connect together. And then the last one jumps up and gets in the conglomeration, and they suddenly unfold, and they're a giant mouser. 4 of them have become one big one. And that's their turn. I mean, I liked it. I don't know. Oops.
Ooh.
Like Power Rangers. Or the Constructicons.
Oh, man, then you ruined it.
2, 3. That's what we do.
No, I like the Power Rangers. I mean, I used to be a big fan. Oops.
It took 4 of them to make that one big mouser.
Mm-hmm.
Got to keep them in groups of 3.
Say that again.
You got to keep them in groups of 3 or less then.
Yep.
Good thing I killed that one.
Whoop, whoop. Nice thinking.
There. If I could learn to move. All right, so that
Prove, Dagohoff.
one. If they double move here. All right. I think I'll call that good for them. Oh wait, I had the other 3 that were chasing after Raphael. So 3 pursue Raphael. That's a miss. That's probably a miss. That's probably not a miss.
That one hits.
Okay. There is a bane that comes with it, sir. You are going to take persistent damage. So this one bounces off you. Wait, did I roll 3 times against you?
Yes, that was the 3rd one.
Oh no! I don't think that could attack you because it wasn't in the position. You know what? That last roll doesn't count.
Yay! Good for me.
My bad. Okay, but you know what? Never mind. He doesn't do an initial bane or damage to you, so you don't take any damage. All right, Lucas, calm down.
Then I must kill it before it kills me.
Yes,
Wow.
but let's see what happens with Donatello. Okay, so the situation looks rather crazy all of a sudden. There's mechanical beasts everywhere. Well, that's pretty much it.
Interesting. Okay. Who goes after me? Mikey does. Okay.
And I don't think anyone's seen the giant mouser yet.
No.
Leo's still in his room, and you guys are still coming up into the room.
Donatello will take the step up in front, or basically right here, and he'll turn to Mikey and say, "You got to get to Sensei," and he'll do the leg jump, like he's going to throw him past this small group.
Okay. So you'll move and use your major action basically to give Michelangelo some movement.
An ally, an assist on jump if he wants to jump.
Okay. Which Michelangelo is next. Now, if you want to move without provoking an attack, I would say you can make some kind of stunt roll and get an advantage from it from Donatello. But whatever you want to do there, Michelangelo.
Okay, so I'm within his striking distance then.
Oh, no, not. You
No,
got
they
5
do that.
feet.
So what I was kind of hoping I could do was bounce off Donatello and land on this mouser right here,
Okay.
and then see the situation. Obviously, I don't know what's over here, so I'm trying not to meta. Mikey's gonna try to jump off Donnie and land on this closest mouser to Sensei.
Okay. I would say, he gave you the action. I'm not sure if we should have a roll or if he just pushes you there. Because he kind of sacrificed his action for it.
Mm-hmm. Do the
Agility
assist.
check maybe for the jump and land?
Yeah, I think you'll still get the distance, but it'll depend on if you provoke an attack or not. So,
Okay.
give me an agility roll. You can have an advantage from Donatello. Advantage 1 there. Oh.
26?
Yeah, I think so. That's fine. Yep. And then you can do an attack of your choosing on the mouser. I'll give you advantage on that as well because you're about to describe this really badass stunt and how you take this thing out. So give me an attack roll on that mouser. Like I said, of your choosing. I'm assuming agility, but whatever you feel. And it's going to be good. It's going to be so good.
17.
I knew if I said that, that would happen. Oh boy. And that was with an advantage?
Yeah.
Well, you land next. Okay, here's the thing. I'll trade you. You can decide if you want to. Well, you'll just destroy it. I'm assuming you take 3 damage. It'll take 3 damage. It's destroyed, but you take 3 damage.
You know what? As far as Mikey's concerned, that's a win at this point.
Alrighty, you can put him on that square. So describe how this looks to me.
So Mikey's still kind of in his haze. Here's Donnie say, you need to get to Sensei, and so he scrambles up behind his shell and like kind of uses his hands as a springboard. And he kind of does that like that circus flip where he they drop like they lean down and flip him up in the air, and he like flips and lands accidentally onto the mouser he was trying to like knock out. Instead of like doing a sliding kick, he just lands straight on it, like stepping on a Lego.
Oh, ouch. Oh, so it hurts a little bit, but you know, your shell or your feet or however you land, you crush it and metal goes everywhere. All right. Perfect. Raphael.
I probably see that these guys are attacking me, so I'll probably try to kill one of them.
You may do so.
Maybe.
They are there to be killed. They're there just for you.
And I get a +1.
All right, and no disadvantage right now, so you should be actually at an advantage when you make this roll. Oh. No! All right, I'll trade you 3 damage for 3 damage if you want.
I'll do that.
All right. Was it the one on top or bottom?
The one on top.
All right. 'Cause that's enough to take it. Take a little HP damage yourself, and you took out an enemy. So
yep. So I can. I probably just kicked it again, but I got it like in the tooth, so it kind of caught my foot.
Oh, ouch!
And kind of hurt.
Okay.
But I still have combat momentum. Can I?
Yeah.
Keep moving.
If it says you can take an enemy to 0 and then you can move your speed after it, then go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here to Donnie then.
Okay.
Kind of getting a protected area for him.
Okay, let's see, where were you? 1, 2, 3. That's good. You can go another space if you want. I mean, you don't have to. Don't feel obligated. But
to right here.
Yeah, because I think you still have 3 more squares. So if you want.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Leonardo. You take persistent damage. Wait, was it you? No, that's right. No, because I was thinking persistent damage, but that roll didn't count, right? My bad. I'm too excited to give out persistent damage, apparently. Leonardo, you were free and clear.
All right.
Make me look like a fool.
Good old times. All right, so I'm going to take and quickly discard the mouser to my right and then run out the door.
Okay.
So this is straight up. I'm actually just going to use the scabbard and just crush him against the wall.
Do it.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh, no.
So is everybody turning into Mikey tonight, or what's going on?
It appears that way.
I like shoved I tried to kind of like scabbard punch the wall and instead shoved my hand right into his mouth.
Okay, so you can deal 3 damage. You can inflict 1 bane on it, which if you can just destroy it, you probably just want to destroy it. That's why it's with these minions. Or you can move. You can move 10 feet without opportunity attacks. You can move it 10 feet. But
no, I'm going to inflict a bane.
Bane over the damage, because the damage will destroy it.
Yeah, the bane's going to be more fun.
Okay, no, that's fine. It will deal 1 bane to you as well.
Yeah.
Probably. Let me Just look up what. Cause there was the electrical discharge, but I think that is maybe too high a power level. It has to be 3 or less. The Bane.
Okay.
That's a power level 1. If you invoke the Bane with a might roll, or within, you can move freely while the target remains affected. Okay, so it shocks you when you hit it. It sends a current through you, and you are, I believe, immobilized until you. Yep, your target cannot move from its current space. What Bane do you evoke upon it?
Oh, that's funny. I was actually going to say I'm invoking persistent damage on him using energy. So when I
nice, okay.
So the way I'm going to play it out is instead of like delivering an alchemical charge, when I shove my hand in there, I crushed the circuits, and he's got a short. It's going to fry him for 1d4 damage per round.
Okay.
He can discharge himself.
Okay, and in the same process, it shocks you back, and you're kind of like you're stunned for a second.
Yeah, I took some blowback on that.
All right, you have to resist it, which is a regular straight up D20 roll on your turn. Next turn,
Okay.
you can use like a move action to resist it. It's just a 10. You have to get 10 or higher on a regular straight D20 roll.
Okay.
If you fail 3 times in a row, then you end up being stunned for 1 minute. So, So yeah, you're kind of there, and then when the Mouser's turn come up again, which I believe is soon, then that one's just gonna die. So it's basically dead already. And I'm just gonna take it off there. So, Leonardo, you were not moving anywhere, but you didn't take. You can make a resistance roll now because you haven't taken your move action yet. So you can try to resist the Bane now. So it's a regular D20 roll. I'm not sure. Is there one on your sheet? A resistance roll?
Yeah, there's a normal advantage, disadvantage, resist Bane under hit points.
Resist Bane. Okay.
So just hit resist Bane.
The normal, I think.
Is that the right one?
Boom. Yes. And
Cool.
you resisted it. You feel yourself becoming immobilized, and you resist it. Now that does take your movement for this turn, but you will be able to move next turn as opposed to having to resist then and then still waiting another turn.
Sounds good.
All right. And Master Splinter. I just don't know why I'm even going to roll because he's going to do it. Yep. And let's see. Did I skip my Mousers?
I believe you did.
Yeah, they're supposed to go before Splinter, weren't they? Whoops. Wait, where'd they go? Oh, you know what it is? I erased the one that I originally put the initiative tab on because someone must have defeated it, so it took them out of the initiative order.
They were 20. They went before Donatello, not before Splinter.
Okay, so I'm going to push Splinter by again, and then they're going to go. All right, thank you. Yep. So, Splinter. So 17 was the highest. I'm sure Splinter's guard is a 17. So that's a hit on Splinter. He takes 3 damage. And then, let's see. I would have moved those so I could do that. And brought the big guy in. That's a little bit different. And it goes to do a move, basically to swallow him whole. So I'm going to make some opposing rolls here. I'm making the stuff up on the fly because why not? So this is the Mouser's attack. Oh, the Mouser does horrible. I think Splinter's got it. I don't know if it would be a saving throw. And agility to get out. So, whoops. Well, it doesn't matter because no one sees what happens in that room anyway.
Why is everyone rolling like me today?
Let's see here. The mini turtle bot is down. let's move single file. There. You got 3 around Michelangelo. 1 here. Okay. And let's see. Get this thing out of the way. Yep, they can make it to there. 1, 2, 3. They can make it to there, so you guys are flanked. Ooh, heating up in here. Make sure I didn't leave any of these mousers out of the party. You don't want to see them left out. What time is it? Oh boy. Cliffhanger time almost, isn't it?
So I have a question. Would I have not seen that standing where I'm standing?
I don't know if you would have paid attention, but you know what? Just make a straight up perception check.
Okay.
I'm glad you asked. I'm obviously, my mind's all over the place right now. I would say so.
Okay.
So that's definitely good enough. You saw the end of it. You suddenly saw like it stand up in its full formation when you happen to look at it, and like what the, and it just moves into the room, and you hear Splinter like, you know, it's explosions of mousers like they do coolly in the arcade game, and then it goes in the room and you can't see it. Then it lunges towards what has to be Splinter's direction, and we don't see what happens. And now it's the Mouser's turn. There, 4 have moved up on Leo. 3 though have surrounding Michelangelo. Michelangelo, these 3 are for you, sir. But your armor is probably better now, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh no!
I think 41 does it though.
Oh gosh.
41 minus whatever your guard is the HP. Did it happen again?
Hold on.
He didn't.
My guard is a 16. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh. I can't help when they roll that way. No.
Oh, I'm up! I'm up! I'm up! Okay, I'm good.
Maybe minions should have a battle cap.
It's the explodey dice. They giveth and taketh away. And it wasn't the main dice. They rolled an 18. Their bonus little plus whatever rolled 23.
Michelangelo, you the first 2 miss, you know, and the last one like bites you right in the leg, and it's not persistent damage, but it shoots an electrical discharge through you as well, and it stuns you. So when it's your turn, you can't move from the square. You can still attack, I believe. You're kind of locked in a grapple. Only if they use might, but they use agility on you. So basically, if you invoke the Bane with anything other than might, you can move freely while the target remains affected. So you can't move from the current space unless you use a resistance roll, okay? But you are still up. And then 2 attacks on Donatello, and then 2 on Raphael. The 2 for Donatello come now. 4 and 41. And Raphael, 20.
Okay. Let's bring up.
And 5.
Does not get hit.
Okay. Donatello, the same. The electrical current gets you on the one, like you see one behind you, you fend it, but the one that was in front of you, something is there in your face.
Minus 16. I'm down. Doesn't matter. Actually, I meant negative.
I don't think you have to go
2.
negative.
I meant negative 2 technically.
I'm sorry, Donatello. I still love you.
It's okay. You took out my mouse or my bot in 1 hit too, so it's par for course. He was the exact same stats and minus. I have 5 more hit points.
Well, I guess on the next initiative order, I'm going to skip past Donatello. Wait, what were we doing before? We were doing some kind of fortitude saves, right, to get back in the fight?
Oh, goodness. What was that?
I think it's going to... I'll let you guys do... Because I like... At least the house we're now, so we get to do more of the rules and get more experience in the game. I'll let you do a fort save, DC 20, on your turn to see if you can regain up to a hit point and become conscious. Something you can do, you know, at least give it a try. So, and it's Donatello's turn, technically.
So...
Do it.
You
And
said
then
fortitude
Michelangelo.
save? You say fortitude roll or just a d20?
Yeah, what am I thinking of? Toughness. Toughness, I'm sorry.
Toughness.
Toughness.
Toughness roll. Okay. Nope.
All right. We're going to finish this round of combat. So we got Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leo. And then, you guys are going to hate me, but that's going to be the end of our issue. Nice little cliffhanger. So, Michelangelo.
I'm gonna try to attack. So we get to attack once per turn, correct?
You can do multiple targets, but you'll get disadvantage on how many you're attacking. Let's see. I was just looking at it before I just instantly
I
died.
think two targets is like disadvantage 3 and something like that. And 3 targets.
Yeah, it's something ridiculous.
Targeting more than one foe causes disadvantage on your attack roll. Described below may target more than one foe. You suffer disadvantage equal to the foes targeted. So if you target 3, disadvantage 3.
Well, not that good. So I'm going to. I saw something happen to Splinter. Can I try to induce a bane on these 3, or is that going to be a disadvantage? What I'm thinking is Mikey kind of does a leg sweep and tries to like knock all of these over before running towards Splinter's room.
You can do a bane attack as opposed to a damage attack to get to do just that, to do the bane you want to inflict. Okay. I would say, however, it's still going to be at a disadvantage if you're trying to hit all 3, because it's still like the same thing. Okay. But you can do that and still do your movement afterwards if you want to try. And the thing is, worst case scenario is you can still move. You'll just provoke an attack from the ones that you leave the threatened square, which I know, if they hit you, you're probably going down.
Yep.
So it's up to you. It's intense. I know it's a little crazy, but it's Michelangelo's time right now.
Yeah, Mikey's not going to be safe. He's going to try to leg sweep him and knock them all over and run towards runs towards Splinter.
All right. So you would use the bane that you would use for the leg sweep. I'm assuming agility, but once again, it's your choice. And here's the thing. Don't forget that you guys have legend points too, which you can add as advantage points to a roll if you think you really got to make it. So like Michelangelo has 2 legend points. You could offset 2 of the 3 disadvantage and make it not so bad. You know? Oops. It's just an example. You don't have to do that. I just wanted to bring that back to your attention.
I think now is the time. Let's try that.
You can use 1 or 2. You can stack them into a single roll, however much you want.
So I'd only have 1 disadvantage to sweep all of them, right?
Is that right? Sound like I should have been looking at the rules again. And you said it's disadvantage 1 per foe. Is it per foe after 1?
When you're multi-targeting, it says disadvantage per foe in the multi-target. So 1, 2, and 3 for 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. All right. Then yeah, just disadvantage 1 for this with a single roll to determine what happens to all of them. Oh no!
It's okay.
I really wanted you to get in there. You can still move or do a move type action if you wish.
No, I'm gonna. I can't guard myself or defend myself, can I? Is there a guard action? Or a defensive action?
I'm trying to
I
think.
think there's a feat for it.
Oh, it's a feat to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah, it sounds like you could do a move action or equivalent under what those actions are. The action roll. That's not right. Oh, minor actions,
Yeah.
which I have the handouts in here below where your character sheets are. Making an opportunity attack, sustain a boon, draw a sheath of weapon, retrieve a stored item on your person, make a perception roll to observe your surroundings, make a learning roll to recall useful information, open a door, chest, or drawer. Or move, of course.
I will stay put. If I move, it's 3 versus 1. One of them's taking me down at that point. Let's just hope we get lucky.
Okay, so you're done then?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then Raphael, and then Leo, and then to be continued.
Okay, I'm gonna attack one of the mousers.
In front of you or behind
In front
you?
of me.
The one directly in front of you?
Yeah.
All right, sir.
I get a +1 advantage.
Okay. Yep, that does it.
Okay, and I would like to use my new feat combat follow through.
What is that? Sounds awesome.
Every time you bring an enemy to 0 hit points with a might or agility attack, you can immediately make an extra attack as a free action.
Oh, that is the one right there. Okay.
Yeah, I wish I would have looked at it sooner, but
It's okay.
I'm going to take out one more mouser. Probably the other one in front of us.
The thing is, when Donatello and Michelangelo were just running, you got to attack and run. So you still did it well and kept up with them. So I think you did it well. But anyway, yeah, make the attack. I use the one in front of Donnie.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, do it. Do it to it. Excuse me. Voice is starting to go, as it always does at this time of night. Okay. See ya. And, well, I say you could still move, but
Well, yeah, I could technically use the combat momentum, right?
it is, yeah. It depends. Are you going? Wow, this is so weird. Your dream state comes back to you when you had the chance to stay and help your brothers or chase off after the main villain. It's kind of weird. And then suddenly, this is fun. You see that person standing tall, that villain. He's got this huge, like, helmet on with these like razor blades going off the back of it, and he's just covered with spikes and armor. You're like, why does that seem familiar? And then you flash back to the present, and you either move or you stay.
Gotcha.
What do you do?
Am I allowed to do combat follow through again?
What is it? That sounds, well,
It says every time you bring an enemy to a 0.
I think you get to keep rolling.
not to
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
Combat what?
Combat follow through.
It might be. I would like just to look. Combat. Every time you bring an enemy to 0 hit points. Yeah.
Because I think
It's
it's designed for like bigger characters where you're not going to hit them and get them in one go, but this guy gets to smash them like popcorn because they're so little.
Yeah, minions are always 3 hit points. Like basically they're 1-hit kills, and these are specifically minions because I can throw more at you. So yeah, you can attack the next one, and if you do it, you can attack the 4th one.
Okay, I'll attack this next one then.
This is what your big bruiser is supposed to be doing. It sounds about right here. Yup. Which one was that? Behind you?
Yeah, the one behind me.
All right, and attack the last one.
And last one.
Wow, Raphael with the cyclone kick
Nice.
or whatever, whirling dervish of death. Oh my goodness! And then you still get to move, right? Because you brought an enemy to 0.
Yeah.
Dang.
If you want, I'm not
Yep.
pushing you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make these guys attack me instead of Mikey.
Okay. All right, and last, but certainly not least, Leonardo. I'm sorry, your world got hurt down there.
So, remind me how big are these guys?
They're not quite knee high, maybe.
1.5.
Yeah, yeah.
I have no interest in getting bottlenecked in here and facing 4 of these guys. What do I have for furniture in my room?
What do you have? You tell me.
Yeah, not a lot because I'm kind of a minimalist, but I've got this really nice IKEA shelf.
IKEA shelf, shut up. Okay, whatever.
You got the mom.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I've got a round top shelf. I'm gonna grab onto the feet of it, and it's just about as wide as my door. And basically, I'm just gonna plow through them, just straight up, one damage to anybody in front of me. I want to get into the main room.
So it sounds like you're trying to use almost like a bane to push them backwards.
Sure.
I feel as though there'd be disadvantage because you're attacking multiple, kind of like what Micah was doing.
I'm not trying to target them. I'm trying to prevent damage to myself as I go through. So it's more of a movement, but
Okay. So you're basically trying not to get attacked as you move through their space.
I guess I'm going for I would say I'm trying to cause damage to the first one and do like a movement and attack at the same time. So blunt damage for the first one, scatter the ones behind it preferably, but I'm trying to just get to the center of the room.
Oof, that's a tall order. Because you're grabbing something and moving into them and then hitting the first one to damage it and then pushing the rest. That's a lot for one move. I could say at least in one move, you could probably do as much as at least attack the first one after you grab the item, move forward, and hit it.
Okay.
But that's something you could continue to push. I'm trying to think because there's not really rules here. Maybe it'll just make it one difficult roll to see if you can do it. And maybe you're going to want to use some legend points. It's up to you. But I think if you do this, it would be disadvantage 4 because there's 4 of them. But you can use whatever roll you want and whatever ability aids that you have to do it. Just to make it simple and make it a single roll thing.
Okay, so if I make the roll, what am I accomplishing? Am I damaging all 4 of them then?
If you wish that to be the thing. I think you got to choose either you're attacking them all or you're pushing them all the way. For simplicity's sake, which in this case, I mean, like I said, they're one-hit kills. If you can make contact, I feel as though he'd just be smashing through them.
Let's just go for a straight movement then. I'm going to try to smash through them with some kind of an object as a shield.
Okay.
Not intending to inflict damage.
Just
if I do, cool, but
just get them out of the way.
Just try to get out at so I'm not cornered.
Okay. So I still think it would be like disadvantage 4. Because there's 4 of them you're going for.
What?
It's just like attacking. If you do like a multi-attack.
Well, if I'm going to do disadvantage 4, I'm just going to go and attack all 4 and spend my legend points.
But that's what I was thinking. Or are you just... Because it's like moving them is like a bane attack, so it's still considered an attack. If you want to try to like do some agility where you just basically theatrically push them and just get out of the room and get out of them being cornering you, then you could just make some kind of cool roll and try to avoid them altogether. Theatrically, you might push them, but you're not like destroying them or really flinging them very far. Because I'm trying to keep a separation because basically what you described before is still a bane attack, even if you're not doing damage. So it'd be an attack roll, but when there's that many foes, that's when it's going to cause that disadvantage. I hope that was clear. I'm sorry if not. I'm getting tired.
All right, let's just attack all 4 of them. I'm going to, instead, invite them into the room. Well, I guess they are where they are, right?
Yeah, but it's fine. You could get to a position to attack them all.
No, I'm just going to grab... Yeah, I'm just going to step up and then just attack all 4 with my ninjato.
Okay. So, let's see. Let me just do that. Put the mouser back in the order here. Okay. Put them back for next time. So, pick your stat. Are you going to use legend points?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I count those as advantage dice. Is that right?
Yeah. So it would almost even out your disadvantage, right? I don't know if you have anything else special you want to throw in there.
Like, what are you thinking for special? What else would I have?
I don't know. I didn't get to do it, but I put like a little extra like something in everybody's room. Like there's this like flaming red sword I just put in your room because I thought it was cool from one of your past adventures. Donatello has a staff on one of his work tables. They're totally movable tokens too. That could be the item. I don't care. Michelangelo has like this gun, this semi-automatic gun in his room. It's like in the middle of the floor. And like Raphael has a warhammer and a sai. I forgot. I meant to make mention that you guys had those, but it's been a couple weeks and I forgot.
That's right. I'm just going to do this straight up with the weapons I've got.
Okay.
It comes out as disadvantage 4, 3 legend points, so it becomes a disadvantage 1, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Please do awesome.
that'll work.
That will work. So how does that look?
So I was on the floor. I had punched the one in the face, got shocked. He blew me when his head exploded. He blew me up against the wall. The other mousers came through the partially chewed door. I went from a crouching stance and did one straight lunge, draw, slice, resheath, and just ching, 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 took their heads off.
Awesome.
And now...
And 6 squares further along as well. Absolutely.
So can I change direction in this?
Yeah. Yep. You could go out and go up 2 squares, like to up here, and be.
Yeah.
And I think, just to make it an easier ending, because you had, 3 mousers left between Mike, Don, and Leo. So they're pretty much mincemeat. We can play it out, but let me narrate something to the end here. And I think everybody did very well. This was good. Leonardo just dominated. Raphael with a cyclone. Michelangelo yipsy woo-foo through the air. And Donatello still contributing, still being awesome, and still making turtle bot. I don't know what to say. He still did good. And you guys get to the door frame, and there's just worse. So these guys, let me take them out of here. And let's see here. Oh, is it going to let me? Okay. There. You guys get to the door frame, and in Splinter's room, there's this large, huge hole, and then, giant-sized mouser hole, or several even. Yeah, that's right. It's more of like a rough shot hole, and you can see a couple mousers chewing, and the floor falls in, and one mouser looks back at you and is like, clamp, clamp, and then it jumps in the hole, and that's where we'll end. That was an excellent 2 hours and almost a half. Thanks for staying a little longer, guys. That was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Series 46, issue number 4. Teamwork makes the dream work, and I saw it. It was good. It was a lot of role-playing and some fighting at the end. I am Lucasgvariety, and we do this about every 2 weeks. Except for the holidays are coming, so we will be back 2 weeks from now on the 17th, planning on it, unless things go awry, in which case we will come back in the new year. But we have one more issue planned for the end of this year. We hope you join us. Thank you, Simple Pinecone, for being the awesomest person in the chat and chatting the entire time. I appreciate it. I feel like you know LadyRedMoon. Yes. Okay. Good. Awesome. Well, definitely feel like if you feel like joining the Discord chat, come join us in the community and talk to us, tell us what you like and what you don't like, and then, follow along on Twitch. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Also, we have something coming Sunday night. Maybe I'll let Donatello tell us what that is because my voice is simply worn out. But let me do shoutros. I'm going to go to Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello to take us out of here. Thank you, and we'll be back in a minute. Leonardo, cue your awesomeness over there.
So, point of interest to me, the artery that runs the entire length of your body is your aorta, and it really only kind of runs inside of your chest and abdomen. You're thinking of the jugular veins, which are paired. They start off as bifurcated, internal, external jugular, run down into superior vena cava. Not that anybody cares.
Thank you for saving that the entire episode and Donatello and me right at the end. Even though you know the entire, most likely human body, but at least the canine body, the feline body, and probably bovine as well as a few others. Am I right?
Mostly equine, but yeah.
Okay. And equine, or equestrian, or whatever it is.
Right.
Part of those two. Thank you for, making me look like the moron. Thank you, Leonardo. Michelangelo, please come on next. Be better than Leonardo.
I'm LadyRedMoon. I do a variety stream every weekend almost. I'm a weekend warrior, and I hope you enjoyed watching.
Thank you. Oops. Thank you, Raphael.
I'm Adam and Raphael. And you can follow me on YouTube as HM05 Entertainment. We play video games and do other stupid stuff on there. And you can check out my new band on Facebook. It's the New Models. That's about all I got. We got a 30-second song clip up now. So
What's the name of the band?
the New Models.
The New Models.
Yes, and yeah, it's pop punk. So if you guys are into early 2000s style pop punk, that's what we're doing.
There you go. Check it out here. Check it out there. Obviously not
There,
not
yeah.
there, not here, whatever. Yep, this is all right. All right, Mr. Soundwavesghost.
All right, I'm Soundwavesghost. I play here. It's Tuesdays and Sundays. As he was alluding to, this Sunday we're going to try out at least a minimum December game of Macross. Well, technically, by the title of the book, it's Robotech: The Macross Saga, and we got 3 players that are playing as, well, two or three, no, all three are Veritech fighters, pilots, and we got the captain of the ship, which will be me. So it's going to be an interesting time. We're going to see how that works out, and if we like it, we'll do it beyond and probably just on a different day.
Yep, Haruka Junko Mike is going to be running it, so I will be playing as an ace pilot that is full of himself. Fate, or Teresa, Thad, you know Teresa, and will be playing as an opposite ace pilot. And since my character's a womanizer, there's going to be a lot of the flirting with her, getting slapped in the face, kicked in the balls, type of things. We're going to have that camaraderie while Soundwaves yells at us all the time for blowing up our Veritech fighters. And then our newest member, Mecha Meme, will be... He's the performer, right? The volunteer fighter. So, fun anime-style stuff. Join us on this Sunday. I'm Lucasgvariety, and that's all we have today. So I'd like to say to you guys, thanks for joining. Please consider following on Twitch. It really helps out as we're trying to work towards partner. So we'll be back this Sunday for Robotech, and in 2 weeks for TMNT. And our steampunk game that's on the opposite Tuesday, we're still trying to figure out. So we're going to come back once we get a cast filled back up again. So until that time, God bless, good gaming, and good night. We'll see you guys later. All right? Have a good night, y'all. Thanks. See ya. Transition beginning. Wait, there it goes. Yep. Bye-bye.